Daisy!
What? You are ruining my life! Oh my god! Ah!
Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, I checked out Kung Fu Ghosts, and this 2022 film was directed by Jennifer Lynch, who actually also stars in it, along with Noah Sargent and David Dawson, among others, of course. The story of this movie follows this girl from Vietnam as she inherits this house in the USA. So she travels to the USA, but she has to live in the house for 7 days to, truly inherit it. However, there are two ghosts that live in the house, one being her grandfather, who is a kung fu master, and the other being this handsome guy. Along the way of the 7 days, there are some thieves that come in looking for some artifact that is hidden in the house. What will happen though? You'll have to watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this movie. Well, have you ever seen the movie The Room? Because I think this has very similar vibe to it. Jennifer Lynch is doing the directing, the acting, the editing, and a bunch of other things as well. And so she is kind of in charge of this. It seems to be kind of much more her personal project. And she has a very kind of like Tommy Wiseau kind of vibe to her as well. She has a very unique voice and unique accent that gives her a certain, je ne sais quoi, right? Or a special quality to her. And yeah, so she is in control of it. However, she does seem to be a little bit oblivious to how it's going to turn out. This is a comedy also, instead of like The Room being a black comedy. So they do start off with the comedy, being prevalent. However, the way that it goes, I don't know who wrote this. I looked it up. This person has only one IMDb credit, and it's this movie. So I don't even know if the writer is a real person. And I was thinking about, how can you write for Jennifer? She is such a unique individual in this one that I can't believe someone wrote this for her. And so, yeah, it's just this very kind of oblivious quality to it that makes it so good. It makes it for a very delightful, quirky, and endearing watch, I would say. So I can see Jennifer definitely as this Tommy Wiseau character. That is, if Tommy Wiseau did Kung Fu in his movies. And that kind of brings me to my next point as well. There is Kung Fu in this one, and Jennifer is doing it all. You can tell that she's had some martial arts training, and it actually works pretty well. So she's there, she's kicking and punching, or at least I think it's like the ghost of her grandpa is doing the kicking and punching in her body. But all of it works really well. I thought it was excellent to see, so maybe I can clip it in here for you. And so definitely all of the Kung Fu worked. It definitely added a lot to the movie. Also, I thought the story was really entertaining going along with it. Things are just happening and more is exposed to you, or at least the plot is exposed to you. And as you go along, even in the ending, there were some things that I never expected. It is definitely not predictable at all. I absolutely love that about it. Other than that, this is listed as a comedy, and I thought it was actually quite a laugh riot. I was laughing at most of the jokes. Not all of them worked, but they do have some thought behind the jokes as well. They do kind of have it like a setup and payoff. But more than that, I was laughing at everything else that was happening, just like how you do in The Room. And so everything else around it was very, very funny to me. I can't quite explain it, but I don't know. Maybe I can clip it in a joke here for you.
That is pathetic. Down.
Oh god, that's really hard. Grandpa, I can't move. Let me out.
And maybe check out this.
Time to pay view. Yeah. Electric bill for you. Yes, pay that.
So I thought that was funny. I know we say comedy is subjective on this channel, but I really did laugh quite a bit throughout this movie, and I think a lot of B-movie lovers will do the same. And lastly, I gotta say with the ghost, there's this very cool and consistent kind of effect with them, where everything they touch, there's some mist around it and that type of stuff. And I don't know, I just added a certain detail that just shows how much effort was really put into this movie. And that brings me to what doesn't work with this film. Well, like I said, it does have that Room vibe. I know that's not going to be for everyone. It was definitely for me, though. Other than that, I think there were a few issues. maybe with the camera work, it is very rarely steady. So like the camera's always kind of bobbing up and down. It does add this certain charm to it, like, the first time director charm that is something to overlook and something to enjoy by the end, but it is in there. Also, with the grandpa character or the grandfather character, I don't know why, but the makeup team have darkened his face, and there's even like a line in the back here where it's very clearly just ends. But yeah, it's very strange. Like, I thought that was like a faux pas to like darken someone's face in these types of movies, or at least in modern movies. So yeah, I don't know why they have this faux pas in there, but it's in there. And lastly, this is something that actually like kind of gets better as it goes along, but that is the ADR. The ADR is very noticeable, especially at the beginning. And then as it goes along, whoever's doing it, I think it's again Jennifer, but she gets better and better at doing it. So it's definitely something that is kind of eliminated by the end, but in the beginning there, it is very noticeable. So who would I recommend this movie for? Well, like I said, it does give off the Room vibe. So if you did like The Room, you might want to check this one out. This is a comedy compared to like a dark comedy like The Room. So it does have those jokes written in. Other than that, yeah, if you're just like a B-movie lover who wants to laugh one day, yeah, you can check this one out as well. As for rating, I gotta give it 2 scores this time. I gotta give it a shadow score of 7. Just, for my personal enjoyment, I just thought it was so quirky and so fun that, I don't know, it definitely gave me something that no other movie this year has given me. Other than that, I think I will temper my expectations for you and give it the 4.5. That is the good bad score for sure. With that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.